Hi. Just before the audio starts, I wanted to do some shameless plugging real quick. Sorry, but gotta do it. I have a Patreon, and for only $5 a month, you can get access to a lot of exclusive audios that I post weekly, and one's going up today. In fact, I think you might like it if you like this audio. And of course, Thursday polls for what Friday's audio should be, which is why you're hearing this audio right now, and a lovely Discord with a bunch of lovely, lovely individuals. So if any of that interests you, look down in the description. There will be a link to my Patreon, and you can look into it if you want. But if not, if you don't think I deserve your money, that is totally fine. It is your money. You do with it as you want. I do not care, honestly. Use your money for something useful, I suppose. You support me enough on YouTube, so no worries. Anyway, enough of my babbling. Without further ado, enjoy the audio. Alright, your total should be about $24.13. Unlucky number. Oh, I don't think it's an omen. Personally, I don't believe in that jazz, but I mean, you definitely bought some lovely flowers, I must say. Oh yes, very lovely apology flowers, sir. Very lovely. Well, I don't think the flowers themselves would get her to forgive you, but I think most of that resides with you, but the flowers will probably help. Of course. Yeah. Have a nice day, sir. Hi. How can I be of service to you today? Yeah, of course you want flowers, yes. I mean, there's not many other reasons to come to this store, to come to a florist, and, Alright, we have various kinds of flowers in this establishment. We have daisies, we have azaleas, we have lilies, we have poppies, we have roses, of course, we have violets. We even have some marigolds in a little pot over there. Some peonies. We have some, what else? Carnations over there, of course. Whole list of flowers for various purposes. What brings you to my store today? Aw, that's sweet. Yeah, personally, I love giving flowers for any occasion, really. I mean, I love flowers, in case it's not completely obvious. Wouldn't really be behind this desk if I didn't. Also does smell nice, so there's that perk. I think a good flower for that. Roses are always a great choice. We even have varying colors. We have some white roses, some red ones, of course. Well, it's up to you, obviously. The customer's always right. Well, okay. I guess if you want to be a stickler about it, no, the customer isn't always right. I've dealt my fair share of Karens, even here in a florist shop. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Arguing for pricing. Some of you argued with me about the names. I'm like, man, I sell these. I think I'd know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one lady called the poppies roses. Oh yeah, and she argued with me about it. Like, ma'am, I think I would know. I didn't say that, obviously, because I don't want to instigate, but I wanted to. Ooh, those are a nice choice, I must say. Okay, okay. There's no rush. Yeah, I know it's close to closing time, but I mean, hey, I'm always down to serving another customer. Just gonna flip to the sign so no one else comes in. No, yeah, no worries. Take all the time you need. I don't mind. I mean, don't be here for like an hour. Like that would kind of suck for me. But seriously, take all the time you need. I know, depending on who it is, it's very hard to choose the right type of flora. But it's a decision. I'm aware, especially for someone you care about. My usual default is roses, or even some sunflowers. Yeah, they're very nice, very pretty. Every now and again, people ask for fake flowers because, they don't want them to just wilt away and die because that can be a little depressing for people. Like, oh, the gift my son got me for Mother's Day is dead the next day because he didn't put it in a vase filled with water. I love my son. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that when you cut them off from the root, you need to put them in water. Otherwise, yeah, they'll wilt away. So, a lot of people don't do that, surprisingly. Figured that would have been day one. Like, yeah, I wrap them up for you, but when you get home, put them in a glass of water or a vase or something. Otherwise, not gonna last long. Oh, you're asking some personal questions now. Doesn't really seem like flower picking material. Don't really think you need that information to properly choose the correct flower. I don't think me procuring any information about me will lead you to the choice of daisies or anything. I'm being a stickler, I'm sorry. Sarcasm runs in my family's bloodstream, so I kind of have to. Well, if you must know, I've always had a fascination with flowers as a kid. And surprisingly, it's a fairly good business to go into. This isn't like my passion, but flowers are nice. And again, they smell nice. Give them a good old sniffy sniff every now and again. Yeah, it's a nice little business. It's quaint. Of course, I do a few things on the side, because, why not? Even though the florist stuff does take up a lot of time. But, I do what I can. Well, the other things I do, well, there's very specific things. Obviously, I work out. Yeah, I hope that's obvious. I mean, I like to think I'm fairly bulky. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Well, yeah, I work out. I enjoy doing that a fair bit. Um, I play video games. Yes, I'm a nerd. I like playing video games. They're very fun. Very good pastime. And honestly, uh, I don't want to get into this rant because I don't want to distract you fully, but video games are hang on, let me do the fancy voice to properly enunciate this. Video games are an underappreciated medium of art. I can't help but feel pretentious every time I say it, but it's true. No one appreciates them for an artistic medium. We got TV shows, we got movies, we got books, like they get acclaims. Video games, like they get some acclaims, but it's like no one respects them because they're all just like, oh yeah, it's Mario. There's no story, but like, have you played Life is Strange? Because you should. It's got a lot of story to it. Oh yeah, I love that game. I've only played a fair amount of True Colors, I think it's called. It makes me want to go play the other one, but I need to finish True Colors first. Oh, it's very fun. I've always loved Telltale games. Yeah, they're very interesting, that whole medium. And it's like, man, most of that game is animation. So the budget must, I mean, like, obviously it's a AAA game, so the budget was huge, but it's interesting. It's interesting that such a personal game could come from a AAA studio. It's a little crazy. Well, I think it was Square Enix. Oh, I don't want to sing wrong. Hang on. Was it Square Enix? Life is Strange. True Colors Studio. Don't know. Entertainment. That's a. Oh, published by Square Enix. So I was right. Yeah, okay. That is an interesting name. Dontod. Oh, it's like a. It's like a. Oh, what are those called? Ooh. You spell it forwards and backwards the same. What is it called? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Uh, palindrome. Palindrome. That's what they're called. Right? I'm checking myself here. Palindrome. Palindrome. Or a phrase sequence that reads the same forwards. Okay, yeah, I was right. I just wanted to make sure. Because I was like, that is spelled weird. Oh, it's spelled that intentionally so it can be forward and. I see. Anyway, sorry. I like talking to the customers. It feels personable, you know. Is a big reason I took this job. I have lacking social skills in many fields because I'm a bit of a loser. Well, maybe that's harsh, but, you know, sometimes I feel like one. Oh, hush. I'm joking around, mostly. All right. I'm joking around. I am. I know I'm not a fool. I mean, you don't even know me. For all you know, I am a loser. Maybe I. What is some loser activity? Maybe I just, every time I get home, I just sit back and watch. Uh. I was gonna say an anime, but that's mean, because I don't want to call anime fans losers. And I don't know that many anime to begin with. Uh. I can't think of any anime that much. I don't want to call anyone who watches specific types of anime losers. Maybe I sit there and sob. Is that loser activity? I don't know. I mean, it's not exactly winter activity. I mean, it's good to let emotions out, obviously, in whatever medium or whatever way. Not medium. I guess medium makes sense, but whatever way you see fit, as long as it's healthy, of course. Mm-hmm. Oh, of course. Especially men nowadays. I mean, women too, obviously, but men, you know, we have trouble showing emotions in a lot of ways. Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't really talk about it, but we are sort of still raised to be like big, strong men, and kind of reinforced to not really be expressive. Hide that away. Don't show emotions because that'll make you look weak. Yeah, it is unfortunate, but I mean, hey, I think I'm fairly good at expressing emotions and showing sadness and whatnot. Sometimes it's blocked, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, I try. I like to think I succeed sometimes. Yeah, yeah, sometimes. It's a whole thing. It is a whole thing. I think most men try to fight most of their lives. I mean, clearly I'm. I don't want to be, you know, say this is a stereotype, but clearly I'm more in touch with my, I suppose, feminine side. Basically, I'm clearly secure, I suppose, with the amount of masculinity I have, being a male florist. That's my point. Yeah, clearly, like, this isn't really a man's job, quote unquote. Usually, women kind of do this kind of thing, which is understandable, But like, I like flowers, so why not? You know, some people tell me I get customers just because some of the ladies check me out, but I'm like, no. Everyone says like, oh, because you're like, tall and quote unquote dashing. I've heard that from only a few people, so I don't know if it's true. But you're dashing, so you're gonna get so many more customers, and I really don't think it gives that much more of an influx. I feel like that's a misconception. Yeah, like everyone's like, "Oh, you're so handsome, so of course they're gonna hire you." But like, no, that's not how it works. I need to be good at the job. It's like, it is a. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend pretty privilege doesn't exist because clearly it does. You know, a lot of individuals get certain benefits from being more attractive than one another. Obviously, I can't deny that. Yeah, like for example, well, no, I can't think of an example. I had one right on the tip of my tongue and then just gone. What is a good example? Um, like the door getting held open for you. You know, I try to do that with everyone, even guys. But like like if you're a bit more pretty, then like people are more inclined. I don't like to say it, but like it does happen. Pretty privilege is definitely a thing. It is definitely a thing. Of course, of course. Sorry, I started scrolling on my phone a little bit. I'm yeah, I'm on a Reddit. I'm not a full on Reddit whore, but I suppose that is kind of true. I like scrolling on Reddit sometimes. Every now and again, I post or like ask questions, all that jazz. But yeah. Oh, I'm, I'm on the Castle Crashers subreddit right now. I've been playing that game a lot, and oh no, oh, that doesn't seem good. What the? What did I just see? What? Interesting. Uh, yeah. I mean, I like Castle Crashers, and I'm surprised it has such a fan base after so long. Um, but it does. It has a very active fan base. Well, quote unquote, very active. There's still a lot of Castle Crasher YouTubers, but it's like it's crazy. I mean, I love the game. I love playing the game. I'm currently trying to beat Insane Mode. If okay, I should probably explain what that is because you may not know. But Insane Mode is essentially you beat Castle Crashers with a certain character. You can go through it again, but on Insane Mode, where every enemy has 10 times the amount of health and does 10 times the amount of damage. But you keep all the levels you've accrued over your journey. So clearly you're going to be a lot stronger going in. But still, it's hard. It's very, very hard. It's not an easy thing to do, I must say. But yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, I like trying. I like slowly but surely getting further and further in insane mode. For a while, I thought it was going to be impossible to get past the groom and or the industrial castle, but I did it. I did it. I did it. But yeah. Oh, Spelunky. I didn't know there was a Spelunky subreddit. Been playing for a while now. How's my new PBs? Any good? I wouldn't know. I have not played Spelunky enough. What do? You can ask what do I do. You don't have to say what do. Oh dang! Beat the game without magic or strength. That's impressive. Sorry, now I'm just scrolling on my phone. Do you need any assistance? I am a terrible florist. I'm sorry. I am awful, and I am sorry. I mean, people tell me I'm a good florist, but I don't know. um. Anyway, sorry, my mind is aflutter now because I was looking at a post on the Castle Crusher subreddit. Ah, I see. Roses. Took a long time for you to decide that, but good choice. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a little mean, wasn't it? I apologize. But you know. Again, sarcasm. Family gene. Alright. So that should bring you to about 1545. Yeah, 1545. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Yeah. So, I guess that's it. I will close up shop and all that jazz. But um okay, this is gonna sound weird, but stick with me for a second. um I know we've only been talking for roughly 20 minutes, and you know, we had a fairly, I mean, it was a very pleasant conversation, but I was oh goodness, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I could not fight that off. Goodness me. um, no, I'm just gonna ask. Can I have your number? Yeah. I just get a really nice vibe from you. You seem like a very wonderful person. You do, yeah, and um, you just seem really cool, and I want to get to know you. Yeah. I know we haven't talked much, but so I understand if this comes off as creepy. I'm sorry if it does. I'm legit just shooting my shot, quote unquote. But legitimately, you seem like a wonderful person and a very interesting person. Yeah, I would like to get to know you more, if that's okay with you, of course. No pressure. If you think I'm a creep, you can leave, and I'm sorry for ruining your night. Okay, cool, yay! I'm not a creep. Yay! That is one of my main fears. I do not like being perceived as a creep. This is the last thing I want to be seen as. I, I, I like being a friendly guy. I don't want people to be like, ew, he's kind of, ew, what's his deal? You know? Okay, hang on. Say it again. What was the last four? That it? Alright. Let me text you real quick to make sure we have the same number. I have the correct number. Alright, cool. You can just put V as the contact. That's what I go by. V. Some people call me VV, but, you know. It's up to you if you want to call me that. And your name is... Claire? Is that how you spell it? Alright, cool. It was lovely talking to you. Um, might talk to you some other time. We'll see. I hope you have a lovely night, and, yeah. Goodbye.